Welcome guys. In this tutorial we're talking about Python for loops, as we previously talked about if else statements, and we somehow utilized for loops but we didn't get into the details of them. As always, we open Google Collaboratory, we create a file, new Python 3 files, and it prompts me to sign in. I just go ahead and sign in to my Gmail account, and let's get started with Python for loops. Previously we had defined different lists. As we know, we can have a list defined like this: hi machine learning mindset. So we have a list here, and as before we are trying to loop through the list. We have 4 item, which is technically just a placeholder. We just use 4 item in my list. Let's just print the item. As you can see, just in an order way, just print all the items here. So we can very easily loop through a list, as you could see before. And let's talk about different kind of operations that we can have a control on a list. For example, let's just copy the same thing down here for item in my list. So we have a specific built-in function or operation, as I would say, named continue. What if we want to use continue? Let's put a nested if inside for, we want to say if item equal to hi, just continue and print item, the same thing. So basically the only thing that we added here is just we added some sort of conditional statement with if item equal to hi, continue. Let's see what is going to be the output. See, the output is machine learning and mindset. So just omit hi. It means when we use continue anytime in a for loop, if we hit the continue, it just break the specific loop and just go to the next one. As simple as that. So here the first item is high. When we put continue, just ignore the first item in the loop and just continue the loop for the second item, and so on and so forth, and print the rest. Let's choose another operation or function, whichever you like to use, as the term break. What is the break? Let's just run it. We don't see anything printed, so that break is not really very intuitive here, that example. Let's just use mindset. If item equal to mindset break. See, we have high machine learning. When it gets to the mindset, which is the last item of the loop doesn't do anything. It's just the loop is going to be break. But instead of break, if we use continue, again we get the same result. So let's have another intuitive example for the break. Let's have here machine learning. So what do you believe it may happen? It just print high. Difference between break and continue is that for the break, anytime we hit break, the whole loop is going to be break, and there is no continue. So here, if we use high, when it prints high and it gets to machine learning, it just break the loop and the loop won't continue. But if we use continue, see, it just say high mindset, it just jump over this item. So there's a subtle difference between break and continue in the Python loops. And previously we had different kind of commands to just check, like what we had as the range, like for number in range, let's say 10. print number. So when we use range, it just starts with 0 and ends with a number which is less than the number that we put here. So it ends with 9. It starts with 0 and ends with 9. Remember the Python indexing. So this kind of usage of range, print from 0 up to 9. So let's just change this. Let's just put it 1 to 10. What's going to happen? See, it starts from 1 and ends at 9. So it technically is doing something, changing the indexing. So when we tell it to start from 1, it starts from 1. Otherwise, by default, it starts from 0. Let's put another number here, which is the argument. As you can see, it is a technical hint by Python. So it says range object, range starts, index stop, and there's an optional thing called step. And let's just put the label here, start equal to stop and range. So we have an error here. Yeah, so it doesn't, we can't technically define this argument here. Some of the functions, if you define it by hand, you can easily define it. That was a point. You cannot do that with the range. But anyway, so for the range starting from 1 to 10, step 2, we have 2 by 2 steps. So it just print 1. The second one is going to be 3, not 2, 5, 7, 9, and blah blah. If you just increase it to 15, you can see it just change the step. If you change the step to 3, it's going to be 1, 4, 7, 10, and 13. We technically can have different kind of nested for loops as well. Assuming we have two lists, we have my list. Now let's just define my list 2 equals to mine. So for I in my list, and for another item in my list 2, let's just print I and j. As you can see, it just create different kind of pairs here. Hi, mine, which is the first j. So when we have a nested loop, it just start with the indexing from the higher loop and freeze it, and it just move the j. So what we have here, j is only 1. So it says for I, the index 0 in a loop, we have high, and we have only mine in the next item that we're printing. So you can easily use this kind of specific nested for loops. I think that was pretty much it. That was all you need to know about the for loops. I will share with you some more resources. Make sure that you check the description below for more information, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching.